Hey there guys, in this video I'm going to be showing off my build for the Soma Prime. Again, me making this build, maybe just a little late for this because most of the newer players are probably going to have this because it's right now. I'm pretty sure it's vaulted. It's one of the weapons that are vaulted, so that means you can't get through relics. And I'm pretty sure the only way you can get now is to trade. But again, because you can't get through relics, it's kind of hard to get the parts for it. So, again, saying that, you can't. It's kind of hard to get it now. So the reason I make this video now is because I've had the Soma Prime, my Soma Prime build over in the works for quite a while, and I've just never brought it up into any video until now. Because I'm working on a couple of things, and I kind of need to put a video up. So I was gonna do my Soma Prime build. But no one's gonna have it because the only other chance for a new player to actually get it was by doing the Prime. What was it? What do you call it? Twitch Prime link thing. I don't know what exactly it was, but if you got Twitch Prime and linked it with Warframe, you were able to get Frost Prime, Scorn Prime. I don't know what it's called. You were able to get this weapon, Soma Prime, and I think a sigil or something. I don't know. You got a couple things, and Soma Prime was one of them. And that's how I got it. I signed up for the free weekend for Twitch Prime, and I got it, that kind of stuff. So that's how I got it. But again, there won't be that many players that have it. But this is for beginners that might have got it around Master Rank 12 or something. I got it when they first started playing, when I did. And if you want to have a good build for it, this is the one that I use and would recommend using. But again, it's up to you. And let's actually get into it and I'll show you. So this is again for Soma, because it's so high in crit and you fire so many bullets. I feel like the best build for this is probably a crit build, and because this is a very good auto rifle to use on heavy units like Rhino, or heavy warframes like Rhino and Rhino and Frost, because you're gonna be using Rhino and Frost because it's more of a gun where you stay back, you fire this massive amounts into crowds, that kind of stuff. It's not a kind of weapon where you want to be close up all the time. You can't be further back. I feel like making it so that this build is very reliant on getting headshots and aiming for the head and trying to get crits is very, very important. I feel like that would be a very beneficial thing for it to have, and I feel like it would probably be the best build. And again, from what I've been testing, because I have my crit build and also my status build, I feel like the crit build is better because again, it does way more damage if you're getting headshots. It just does more damage. Again, you don't specific for this weapon, you want to be killing as quickly as you can because you don't want to waste your ammo, because this gun barely has any ammo. For the mag size of 200, you only have 1,000 rounds. You go through your magazine and your ammo really quickly. So killing as fast as you can with this weapon is very important. So that's why I've probably gone with the weapon that kills more faster, but not that's why I've gone with the build that kills faster and not a build where, for example, a build with blast on it. Because again, because it's having blast on this kind of weapon, I found isn't really that good, and also I feel like for this weapon, it's just more beneficial for you to just kill fast this weapon. And also again, when you're usually building for something, you want to play off the positives of this weapon, and this weapon has a pretty good crit chance and also a pretty good crit multiplier normally. So that's why I'm building off it. Before it's just good switch over and show all the things I've added on. Okay, so let's have a look at the stats. So we have critical chances at 75.0%. That's really good. It's really high. You pretty much if you're getting headshots, pretty much when you're getting headshots, you'll be getting critical pretty much most of the time. Maybe a couple hits you're going to be not getting it, but majority of the time you're going to be getting critical hits, which is really good. That's why I recommend to go for headshots most of the time, because they're going to give you the most chance of you getting critical hits, and it's very important. Unless you have a Banshee in your team and they're using their second ability, which is showing off their weak points. Aim there, because that's a lot more effective, because you're doing more damage, and also the critical chance is higher than it is on the head. So I would recommend doing that, but that's only if you have a Banshee in your team. But I would recommend you using this weapon with Banshee. I would recommend using this weapon with maybe Rhino or Frost, or maybe maybe a Sauron Prime, Sauron, you know, all that kind of stuff. You can just use it with more heavy base frames, that kind of stuff. But that's pretty much it. Sorry, I had something to say, but then I just completely forgot. Sorry, I apologize about that. Look at the critical multiplier, which is at 6.6 times. Again, really good. Like I said, get focused on the heads. You know, very important. You know, you'll be doing huge amounts of damage. And also, like, again, Banshee. If you have Banshee, hit the crit spots, that kind of stuff. Then we have fire rate, which has been increased to 19.50. Which, you know, isn't as fast as you can get it. You can probably put on a mod like where is it? Speed trigger. You can put like a mod on like speed trigger, which adds it by 60% instead of shred, which adds by 30%. But for shred, I specifically like the increase in puncture through, which basically means when you fire at an enemy, the bullets can go through. You know, it's basically this means that, like, if you're saying if I'm firing at an enemy and then there's an enemy behind it, I'm also hitting that enemy as well. And I just kind of like it because you can just fire into a crowd, you know, and you can just hit pretty much. You can be doing damage to a lot of enemies and doing extra damage to the enemies behind without using extra bullets. So I kind of like that. Again, you can switch this out. You can have more capacity. You can probably use it on something else if you so want to. But I kind of like shred, and yeah, that's pretty much it. It's up to you, your choices. And we got puncture, which, you know, it's been increased to which actually now has puncture 3 than it did before. Reload, which is now to 2.3. Again, this does seem pretty slow, and it is. You know, it's a pretty slow weapon reload. But again, saying that, this weapon does have a very big magazine, and most of the time you won't be I'll just quickly show you actually. Like when you're firing, you're not gonna be reloading for quite a while. And if you reload here, it's about, you know, that quickly. It's pretty slow, but it can be worse. Okay, so let's go back to it and do it quickly. Then we got the status, which is increased to 16%. I'm pretty sure that's because of high voltage again. That's pretty good. You know, the status isn't really what's really important. Like, I don't really want the corrosive to proc a lot. Again, I kind of just want it here for extra, but the status, again, saying that the status will proc quite a lot, especially because the bullets are going to be hitting so much, because you're firing so many bullets at one time. That means that you have a higher chance of the status actually procking. So again, I don't really find a need to just focus on the status. You don't really need that. You can kind of just focus on saying for my status build right here. You don't really need to focus on the status. You can just put in the top. You can just put into like straight up damage, or, you know, mag capacity, or status if you so want to. Status isn't really that much of a need, because, you know, you're already firing, because you're firing so many bullets. There's no real point in upping status, because you already have a really high chance of getting status in the first place because of the nature of the weapon. Let's go back to combat C and combat A. There you go. Then we've got probably a pretty much double, maybe a little more. Yeah, pretty much double for most of them, except for puncture, which is increased by a little bit more, which doesn't really make any sense. Actually, no, yeah, so pretty much doubled, because I'm pretty sure it's because of generation, and I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, but so it's pretty much doubled. The impact is now 2.4, 9.6, and 12 for slash and puncture. That's pretty good. As you can see, this weapon is mainly in slash, which is really good, and, you know, it means you're going to be doing quite a lot of damage. That's why I think why this weapon is considered such a good weapon, is because of the slash damage. So it's just good to mod into that. Corrosive, again, this is here just because of the extra damage. Because corrosive, it just naturally does a lot of damage. In my opinion, it's the damage dealing secondary element, and also procs pretty good against Grenier, which is the enemy type you're going to be versing the most. And let's actually have a look at the mods I put onto here. So then we got these two mods here. We got high voltage and infection clip. These two basically combine to make the corrosive, and also add the like 6% status. You go. They kind of said add on. And that's pretty much the only reason they're there. Faster hands. As I said before, you know, we kind of want to increase the reload, so, you know, it's not unbearable, but you don't want to make it. You want the reload speed so that when you reload, it's unbearable. It's just like a little bit bearable. You know, it's just it's kind of hard to explain. You know, you kind of want the weapon to be bearable when reloading, because I personally hate weapons when they're really slow for reload, and I know a lot of people are, because I love the builds where like the weapon is naturally slow. They always put reload speed on, even if the weapon. I've seen builds where even the weapon is pretty fast at reloading, they still put it on, just because slow reload is pretty annoying, and it is beneficial if you think about it in theory, because if you have to stop firing on enemy to reload, that is crucial seconds where you're not actually hitting the enemy, and the enemy could either shoot you, put a proc on you, it could knock you over, it can do all sorts of things to you. So it's wise to have your reload speed as quick as possible, as quick as you can, so that you're in the fight a lot earlier, a lot more quickly. Sorry, I said that wrong. Then we got Vital Sense, which increases the critical damage by 120. This is very good. This pretty much more than doubles it, and it's just very good mod. If you want to know where you get this from, you get it from you get it from void containers. You get them from special void containers. If you want to know which containers are special, because not every single container on the in the void is actually good for getting these kind of mods. Some are good and some aren't. Majority of them aren't really. You need to get specific ones in like little hidey spots and that kind of stuff to actually have a chance of getting these mods. If you want to do that, search up getting void container farms, and it should come up. It should be like the first one. It's by Bosnor. I forget his name. It's by a pretty popular Warframe YouTuber. Then we got Point Strike. This adds 150% critical chance. Very good. This pretty much gets to like more than doubles it. It's really good. As I said before, you're going to be getting you're pretty much, if you're aiming for the head, you're going to be getting critical hits just constantly. Like it's very good. This mod is very good. Already talked about it. Shred Generation again. Very good mod. It adds straight up damage. Very good. I would recommend it. Then we got Hunter Munitions. Probably a very new mod that's been added in with what was it? It was added in with the Plains of Eidolon. It's very good. I would recommend getting it. You get it from doing the bounties, I'm pretty sure, and very good mod. Being used in many different builds. I've just started recently using it, and with this weapon, it's really good because, like I mentioned before, with the critical chance and how if you aim at the head, you're going to be getting. Like I said, if you're going to be aiming at the head, you're going to be getting like critical hits constantly. That means you're going to be doing, if you're going to be getting critical hits constantly, that means you're going to be doing extra damage just because of your critical multiplier, and also you're going to be adding 30% slash status onto the enemy, and that's with only getting critical hits. So that means that you're going to be firing into the enemy. There's constant barrages of shots. So that means your chances of getting critical hits is even more, and the chance of you adding onto this damage is even more. And that also means that you're going to be applying slash onto the enemy, which means you're going to be doing extra damage. And if you've seen what this mod can do, it's unbelievable. It can literally, like, I've seen people with high level people, like, Master Rank 20 and that kind of stuff, go on, like, fire into enemies, and literally 150 enemies, some of the highest enemies you're most likely going to meet in the game, and they only use 2 mags into the enemy and just utterly destroy them. Like, level 150 bombard, 2 mags on the what is it called? I have it here. On the Amperix. 2 mags of that onto the enemy, and they don't even have to like reload. By the time they've reloaded the second mag, the enemy's dead because of the slash procs. Because of how many slash procs have actually procced on the enemy, because it just slowly eats away in the health. Like, at the very start, not that much damage, and then slowly they're just taking off massive chunks in the enemy until they're eventually dead. And it's just utterly, this mod is very good. Again, the same thing applies with the Amperix to the Soma, because again, it's the same kind of concept. You're firing so many shots into the enemy and have so many chances of proccing crit that the likelihood of you activating Hunter Munitions and getting that 30% slash status onto the enemy is just ridiculously high. And I'll actually go and demonstrate that right now with my baby enemy, Arrowhead Heavy Gunners. I use them in all my videos. They're amazing. Oh, I've also made myself a moderable, as you can see. So if I fire on the head, as you can see, once I not even use the full mag, and he's just look at that. As you can see, also, let's go quickly mention, as you can see with the puncture, it actually shot to the enemy behind him, and that means he was getting the exact same amount of damage. Saying he was also getting all the slash procs as well, and like I just killed 2 enemies while I was actually trying to aim one with only using. I killed 2 enemies with the same amount of bullets. I only killed 1. So I've just used, I don't know, like 40 bullets, and this enemy's pretty much dead. Like, look at that. Barely anything. He almost dead with this 40 bullets. Okay, let's try it out with this one. Just gotta do a quick reload. I'm gonna fire. There you go, 60 bullets. Look at that slash box. It's eating away at their health. Imagine it's like, you know, just firing into like groups of enemies. Okay. And I'm just gonna do this straight fire into this enemy. As you can see, about like if you didn't see there, the critical hits I was getting was like 976. There's some really fucking huge numbers. It was just amazing. So this is a very good build for the Soma, especially with hunter missions, adding that extra damage, and with just the amount of crit damage you can do into the enemy, and the amount of the status chance that you're getting onto the enemy was just unbelievable. You're just destroying these enemies. Now the only problem with the Soma is, as I mentioned before, the low amount of ammo. As you can see, only about 1,000 ammo you're able to carry, which is pretty much nothing because you use a lot of bullets. So that's probably going to be your only problem. But again, if you do carry what do we have here? A carrier, you could probably easily fix that because if you don't know what the character does, basically transfers any ammo you pick up into the pretty much the saying, if I'm holding the Soma and I walk over shotgun ammo, that the carrier will basically turn that shotgun ammo into assault rifle ammo. So a carrier is very good. I have him on all the time, and you know he's just good little companion. So I recommend getting him and just using him. Okay, let's show that one more time. See if we can get that like punched through. See that exact same amount of damage. It's crazy. As you can see, it kind of just slowly jumps up with damage. Okay, actually, let's show with Banshee, because I've done this before. So if we go over and grab Banshee, we quickly kill enemies, simulate. There you go. Let's see his shoulder. He's in the stomach. Look how fast this is. We're doing massive amount of damage there. So it's pretty good to use with a Banshee. If you're going with like a mission and you know this Banshee team, I'd recommend putting the Soma on. That's very good for that kind of stuff. Where is it? Here. But again, I wouldn't recommend using Banshee with Soma again, because you know it's kind of a weapon used for more of an armored class, armored class Warframe. Mainly because you know you need to be able to keep a streamlined bullets onto the enemy. It's not really one of the weapons where you can just like jump around the place and fire on the enemy and just do massive amount of damage. It's kind of more of a sustained damage weapon. So yeah, I'm just probably going to end the video here. Would recommend this gun, this build. Very good build. Just the amount of this damage you can do into enemies is unbelievable. And yeah, I'm just gonna end the video here. If you like the video, please leave a like. If you dislike the video, please leave a dislike and tell me why. Because I want to grow as a creator, and the only way to grow is by getting criticism. So yeah, I'm just gonna end the video here. See ya.